Alright you lot, Scotty McG here, and today we're diving into the dumpster fire of internet commentary. Call of Duty versus this new upstart XDefiant. Now if you've been following the gaming news lately, it's been all XDefiant's the Call of Duty killer. Here's Call of Duty Dead. Blah blah blah. Let me tell you something. This is all a bunch of bloody chatter. Look, for some of us, like yours truly, Call of Duty died a slow agonising death back at Black Ops Cold War. Engagement optimised matchmaking, my ass. Let me get blasted by a noob every now and then. That's half the fun. Now it's just highlight reel nonsense catering to the lowest common denominator. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoy a good Call of Duty campaign. Top-notch explosions, bit of mindless zombie blasting. Can't knock it, but multiplayer? Unless they ditch that EOMM tribe, I'm about as likely to return as a pigeon is to win a chess tournament. Now, XDefiant, might be a cup of tea, might not. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder and all that. But this grumpy sod right here, it's filled the Call of Duty shaped hole in my life. Fast-paced action, diverse characters, no sign of that stupid matchmaking rubbish. But here's the thing, XDefiant don't need to be a Call of Duty killer. It can carve its own niche, do its own thing. There's room for both in this big bad world of gaming. So before you jump on the bandwagon and declare Call of Duty 6 feet under, take a breather. Maybe Call of Duty just wasn't doing it for you anymore, like it wasn't doing it for me. Maybe XDefiant's your new poison. That's perfectly alright. Just remember folks, critical thinking is a thing. Use it. Now enough chit chat, let's delve deeper into this XDefiant business, shall we? First things first, XDefiant ain't your bog standard Call of Duty. It's a free to play hero based shooter. Think Overwatch meets Rainbow Six Siege with a dash of that good old Call of Duty gunplay thrown in for good measure. See these folks here? These are your Defiants, a bunch of specialists with unique abilities and playstyles. You got your stealthy infiltrators, your grenade spamming demolitionists, the whole shebang. Kinda like picking your character in a fighting game, but with guns instead of fancy kicks. Now some folks might be crying foul. Hero shooter? That ain't Call of Duty. Well guess what? The world doesn't revolve around your nostalgia, mate. XDefiant offers a different kind of challenge, a different kind of fun. It's about teamwork, strategy and using your Defiant strengths to dominate the battlefield. Don't get me wrong, there's still plenty of run and gun action, but there's also a layer of depth you won't find in your typical Call of Duty meat grinder. It's a breath of fresh air, that's for sure. Look, if you're after a classic Call of Duty experience, XDefiant probably ain't your jam. But if you're open to something new, something that blends fast-paced shooting with a bit of tactical thinking, then give it a shot. You might be surprised. Besides, it's free, what you gotta lose? Except maybe a few afternoons to some addictive gameplay. But hey, that's half the fun, innit? Alright, so you decided to give XDefiant a whirl. Wise decision, I must say. Let's talk the good stuff. Customising your Defiant. See this here? This is your playground. You can tinker with your Defiant's appearance from the threads to your weapon skins. Wanna rock a cybernetic ninja with a neon pink assault rifle? Be my guest. More of a classic soldier type? XDefiant's got you covered. And it's not just about looking good, mind you. Fancy turning your healer into a grenade-slinging maniac? You got it. Want your tank to be a nigh unstoppable juggernaut? You can try, but sure, go for it. Express yourself, unleash your inner badass. Just remember, looking good doesn't mean winning the game. Master your Defiant's abilities, learn the maps, work with your team. Those are the keys to victory, not a fancy paint job. Though a well-coordinated team of neon nightmares does have a certain psychological advantage. Food for thought. Alright troops, next mission, deciphering the game mods. Now some of these might look familiar to seasoned FPS veterans, but XDefiant throws in a few twists to keep things interesting. First up we got domination. Sounds familiar, right? Capture and hold objectives scattered around the map. But here's the XDefiant twist. Objectives can be flipped depending on your team's composition. A well-placed healer can turn the tide just as easily as a trigger-happy assault character. Say we have our resident tank is holding down a point while the healer keeps him topped up. Meanwhile the infiltrator is flanking the enemy, causing havoc in their back line. That's teamwork, folks. Not just a bunch of headless chickens chasing kill streaks. Breaking a kill streaks, they're still in there, don't worry. But they're not the sole focus. A well-coordinated team will win the day, not just the guy with the most impressive body count. Next up, we've got escort. Classic mode. One team escorts the package, the other team tries to stop them. Sounds simple, right? Not quite. Remember those Defiant abilities we talked about? They can make all the difference in escort. A sneaky infiltrator could use their ability to bypass the enemy defences and attack them from behind. Talk about a tactical advantage. There's more to Defiant game mods, but we'll delve into those another time. Remember, teamwork, strategy, and using your Defiant's unique skills. That's the key to dominating the battlefield. And hey, if you get a sweet kill streak along the way, all the better. Just don't let it distract you from the objective, you frag-hungry maniac. Alright folks, here we are on the final frontier. My final thoughts on XDefiant. Is it the future of FPS gaming? The Call of Duty killer everyone's been yammering about? Honestly, don't know, don't care. XDefiant's a breath of fresh air in a genre that's starting to feel a bit stale. It's fast-paced, it's strategic, and it lets you unleash your inner badass with all the customization options. But here's the thing, the future of gaming ain't some preordained path. It's about what you enjoy. XDefiant clicks for you? Fantastic. Get out there, dominate the battlefield, make those highlight reels. If it's not your cup of tea, that's alright too. There's a whole ocean of games out there, each with something unique to offer. Don't let the hype machine dictate your tastes. Now if you'll excuse me, I have a date with some virtual enemies and a neon pink assault rifle named Blossom. Don't judge. That's all the time I got for today. Remember, keep grumping, keep it gaming, and for goodness sake, learn to use your damn abilities. Smash that like button, leave a comment below, tell me your deepest, darkest shooter woes. I might just feature them on the channel. I'll see you next time, you magnificent